Ranjit Singh was met in the evening by a tall, skinny girl who was wearing a long white shirt and tight churidar pajamas. She then extended to him a betel leaf that included a few saffron granules. With 6 musicians playing their instruments, Moran started dancing and singing for Ranjit Singh. Her graceful motions, rhythm, and slow, deliberate movements of her hands, arms, head, body, and feet were captivating when she danced. The 21-year-old Maharaja fell in love. Hari Ram Gupta, the author of History of the Sikhs, Volume 5, The Sikh Lion of Lahore, describes how Ranjit Singh began residing primarily in the house of his beloved Moran. He stayed at the home of the dancing girl, Moran, whom he adored. There, he was given his meals and other supplies. Seated on the same horse, Moran went for a ride with her during his morning workout. He did not allow any followers to go with him. In the level plain that lay between the fort and the river, he usually galloped full speed. According to Gupta, who quotes the Persian language work Ibratnama penned by the contemporaneous Aliuddin, Ranjit Singh must have rejoiced most when Moran feared a fall and cried to the utmost pleasure of the rider. But Moran's closeness outraged the Maharaja's aristocratic and devout friends, who mocked his social status and faith. However, Ranjit Singh's devotion to Moran was unwavering. She was raised from the status of a mere royal concubine when the Maharaja married her. He was called to Amritsar shortly after that to appear before the Akal Takht, the Sikh faith's highest temporal body. Maharaja complied. He was chastised by Akali Fulla Singh in the public assembly for going against Khalsa social norms. The Maharaja stood contrite in front of the assembly after listening to his charge with humility. Again and again, he folded his hands and begged for forgiveness. Before the Panth, Fulla Singh proclaimed that he must get 100 lashes on his naked back. Without delay, the Maharaja removed his shirt. With his hands bound behind his back, he was fastened to the trunk of a tamarind tree that was standing in an Akal Takht wing, according to Hari Ram Gupta. The audience, however, broke down in tears as they could not watch their beloved Maharaja suffer the penalty. The Maharaja was released with only a single leash on his back after the Akalis acknowledged the popular opinion. Moran was never requested to become a Sikh by Ranjit Singh. In Papar Mandi, next to Shahi Mahalla, where Moran resided and had her own court, he also constructed a mosque in her honor. Coins made of silver and gold were created in her honor. These coins referred to her as Moran Sarkar. With Ranjit Singh's victory over Lahore, Shahi Mahalla's social and cultural standing was restored. Afterwards, Shahi Mahalla, a food market in the center of Lahore, was intended to serve as an economic hub by the Maharaja's Prime Minister, Hira Singh Dogra. After being founded by Hira Singh Dogra, the grain market became known as Hira Singh D. Mandi or Hira Singh's Market and eventually as Heramandi. Nonetheless, a lot of people thought the name was a tribute to the women of the area, who were admired for their unmatched beauty. However, the cultural elements of Heramandi's traditional dance performances ended with the passing of Maharaja Ranjit Singh and the British colonization of Punjab in 1849. The British, who were influenced by the conservatism of the Victorian era, did not distinguish between common prostitutes and sophisticated waifs or courtesans, referring to them as fallen women. This ultimately resulted in the courtesans' livelihoods being stripped of the dancing component and replaced with a covert sex industry. Heramandi produced some of the most well-known actors in Pakistani cinema. Despite these obstacles, performers like Mumtaz Shanti, Khurshid Begum, and Noor Jahan were all from the now famous neighborhood. Heramandi is only a shadow of its former self these days. It functions as a typical market during the day, but at night it transforms into a red light area where women engage in the flesh trade. There may still be a few uncommon love stories coming out of Heramandi's shadowy lanes, but none quite like the one of a Maharaja who was forced to marry a prostitute because of his passion for her.